You know how I said just on Instagram about nannies and how they have a black sesame ice cream? Yes. So like, because I can't have their ice cream, I really want to make something that's similar. So I was thinking maybe like a parfait, but then maybe making it to like a black sesame brittle.
And then I was thinking just for color contrast, we can do like a matcha chia pudding. And then just to make it more flavorful, we can use coconut milk for it, right?
Hi friends, and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Amanda, registered dietitian and mom of 2, and I love helping families make nourishing meals taste amazing. Today, I'm gonna showcase how to make a matcha chia yogurt parfait with black sesame brittle. I love black sesame, and if you haven't watched my black sesame latte, go ahead and watch it now. But let's get started with the chia pudding. So for the chia pudding, we're gonna be combining 2 different liquids. I'm gonna be using coconut milk and coconut water today. And the reason being is that coconut milk's quite thick, so I like to thin it out with some coconut water. You can use water, just plain old water, but the coconut water will just give it extra flavor, especially if you use this brand. I kid you not, this is the best coconut water on the market. It's basically drinking it straight from like a young coconut. It's that comparable. We're gonna combine about half a cup of coconut milk with half a cup of coconut water. And then we're gonna add in the chia seeds. The chia pudding, the typical ratio is 1 part chia to 4 parts liquid, which means we're gonna need about a 1/4 cup of chia seeds to 1 cup of liquid. So that's 4 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you like your chia pudding thicker, then definitely add more chia seeds. If you like it thinner, then add less. And then to make it matcha, we're gonna add in about a 1/4 teaspoon of matcha powder. You can also add a tiny bit more matcha if you like it a little bit more stronger flavor. Just whisk this all together. So again, half a cup of coconut milk, half a cup of coconut water, 4 tablespoons of chia seeds or a 1/4 cup, and then about a 1/4 teaspoon, or you can increase it to half a teaspoon of matcha powder. Fun fact, matcha has up to 3 times more caffeine than regular green tea. Just a 1/4 teaspoon of matcha has around 25 to 35 milligrams of caffeine because you're drinking the whole leaf. For a lower caffeine option, try Hojicha, a roasted green tea with only 5 to 10 milligrams per 1/4 teaspoon. Perfect for when you want something cozy and calm. And just let this sit and thicken. Next, we're gonna make our 2-ingredient black sesame brittle. We're gonna combine 4 tablespoons of black sesame seeds. Toasted is preferable. Okay. And then we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. So similar ratio to our chia pudding. This time it's 1 part sweetener to 4 parts black sesame. And our sweetener of choice is maple syrup. You can use honey, but I find with honey, it burns so easily, which is why I prefer using maple syrup. And then we're gonna whisk this all together. You can definitely make a bigger batch. I'm just gonna make a smaller batch today. Don't waste any of this maple syrup. And then put it onto a piece of parchment. I'm gonna stick this into my air fryer today. And then just spread it onto your parchment paper as thin as you can. All right, and then we're gonna pop this in the air fryer for about 5 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit.
5 minutes later.
All right, the timer just went off. Let's see how the black sesame brittle is. Beautiful. All right, there it is. We're gonna let it harden now. Just set it aside. I actually have some already made that's cooled down and nice and crunchy. Yum. It's a perfect texture. To speed things up, you can always stick in the fridge, but it will actually harden pretty quickly on its own. So set this aside. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and assemble our parfaits. So I have 2 little jars here. You can make them bigger servings or a smaller serving, but I wanna make them almost like a snack size. So here, and the chia pudding will actually continue to thicken up. So we're gonna put in, fill them about quarter of the jar. Okay. Oh, okay. And then we're gonna top it with some Greek yogurt here. This is plain Greek yogurt. I like a fuller fat one because it's so creamy. And whenever I buy Greek yogurt, I always make sure there's only a few ingredients. So this one has skim milk, cream, bacterial culture, and that's it. If you wanna sweeten up, you could either do maple syrup, honey, or condensed milk. So we're gonna dollop some Greek yogurt in here for that really good protein. Let's clear up one common misconception about yogurt. All yogurt is made with active bacterial cultures, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a good source of probiotics. Those active cultures are simply the live bacteria that ferment milk into yogurt, usually Lactobacillus bulgaricus and Streptococcus thermophilus. For yogurt to actually provide probiotic benefits, it needs extra strains that have been shown to support gut health, such as Lactobacillus acidophilus, Bifidobacterium lactis, or Lactobacillus casei. Not every brand includes those, so check the label. Most of the time, the front of the packaging will clearly say probiotic. That's your cue to flip it around and look for those specific strains listed. And if your Greek yogurt doesn't contain probiotics, not to worry. You can always include other probiotic-rich foods like kefir, sauerkraut, and kombucha to help support a healthy gut microbiome. And then our star, Black Sesame Brittle. It's right on top. Oh, beautiful. All right. And there you have it, a Matcha Chia Pudding yogurt parfait with Black Sesame Brittle. I love this recipe because it's full of fiber from the chia seeds and the black sesame. We got a ton of protein from the Greek yogurt, and we got really healthy fats from the coconut milk as well as the black sesame. This breakfast or snack recipe will keep you feeling full for hours. Thank you so much for joining, and until next time, relish every bite.